Hey there, my fellow jewelry enthusiasts. Welcome to my channel, MemoryLane by Marie, and I'm Marie. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2020, and it came quickly, but here we are. So, if this is your first time joining me, welcome to my channel. What I do here is monthly bead box subscription unboxings. I do bead hauls, I do product reviews, and ultimately all of that results in some finished jewelry updates. So if that is your cup of tea, come on in and have a seat. On the agenda today is a follow-up video, a second follow-up video for products that I received from Beebeecraft. They contacted me a little while back asking if I would receive some of their products for an honest review and a sharing of some of the things that I've done with their products. So this is my second video regarding that. I did the unboxing already, where I did unbox some of these gorgeous gemstone chips, which again is a favorite item. Clearly, I received some extender chain. I got these ball head pins, as well as some of these gorgeous Tibetan style chandelier findings, and these gorgeous, stunning, sparkly, very sparkly crystal bicones. Of course, these are not Swarovski, but they are gorgeous, are they not? If you watched my last video, my first Beebeecraft project share, then you might recall that I shared these cute little earrings that I just fallen in love with. And these are, of course, the chandelier findings, which you often hear us speak of their versatility. These are, of course, those gorgeous gemstone chips that are irregular in shape, but of course beautiful in color. And so today we are going to follow up with another video using these great products from Beebeecraft. So I really like these earrings, and I mentioned before that I might create something else as a companion piece to them, and of course I did. So speaking again to the versatility of chandelier findings, we have this pair of earrings here, and as a companion piece to them, I created this necklace. Again, using the same chandelier finding, adding it to about 24, maybe 26 inches of chain, I created this dangling pendant. And so along the same style, I used, or I strung on, those gorgeous gemstone chips. Here I just strung them on one of those ball head pins that I received from Beebeecraft. Here I just used them as, I made links out of the gemstone chips, and I think those came out really well. I like how it looks, and I like the separation of color in between, and I just kept it consistent across the strands for a little continuity. And of course they go really well with these earrings with being a similar design, but not exactly the same, because of the integration of the silver between the smaller stacks of gemstone chips. And so again, we see the versatility of the chandelier finding and why it is such a great component to have in your stash. You can always pull it out. There is an additional decorative element because of whatever you're doing with the beads. Additionally, whatever design or detail is on your chandelier finding in and of itself. And so this was my first project share. I'm adding this one today from those Beebeecraft gemstones. And then additionally, one of my favorite things to create is memory wire bracelets. I really like this bracelet. I am calling it my gemstone glam, and I really like how it looks, integrating kind of the roughness and the casualness of the gemstone chip with the shiny and sparkly bicones, some of them having, and even having an AB finish. So I'm calling this my Gemstone Glam bracelet. I really like it. It looks really pretty on. I had a lot of compliments, and I like the dichotomy of it, because typically when you use gemstones, you're going for a more earthy, casual look. And when you're going with bicones, you're either trying to glam up something casual or you're going for the whole glam. And so to put them together, I thought was just really pretty. It came out gorgeous. There's a lot of sparkle when the light hits it. Of course, there's those pops of color from the gorgeous gemstones, the rose quartz and the turquoise and the cat's eye and the amethyst. And so there are all kinds of gemstones on here. And I just, in between short little stacks, I added those gorgeous and sparkly bicones, crystal bicones that I received from Beebeecraft. Here is just a button. I've seen this style being used quite a bit with a very decorative button here as one of the focals on memory wire bracelets, and I think it's really cute. Memory wire bracelets don't need a focal such as this, because they're just great as far as mimicking that whole concept of a stacked bracelet in and of itself. But I just like the additional piece here of a focal that draws your eye in. It kind of reminds you of like a watch, but of course this is just, you know, a crystal, and I think that turned out really nice. So as far as coordinating sets go, as I like to say, we have these gemstone earrings here utilizing Beebeecraft's gorgeous Tibetan style chandelier findings. That same chandelier findings here as used as a pendant in a necklace. And then I took those gemstones and bicones that I received to create this memory wire bracelet. And I think it turned out really pretty. So pretty that I made another one. So this one has kind of vibrant colors. It has the reds and the turquoises, and it's kind of bright. It gives you a pop of color, and I like that. But I liked it so much that I made another one with more muted colors. And so this one has a green crystal, which picks up the green aventurine in this bracelet, and the tree agate. So these are gemstones also from Beebeecraft. I threw in a few more that were in my stash. Now, one thing you have to be careful of when you're using gemstone chips and on memory wire, or any time for that reason, is to make sure that you are choosing gemstones where the hole is not too close to the edges, because despite the ruggedness, the edges are smooth, so it's not uncomfortable on your wrist. But because of how rigid the memory wire can be, if the holes are close to the edges of the chip, then it could break. That may not necessarily be an issue if you don't break too many, because it is memory wire, you can kind of just clip off the end and coil it again to keep the beads from falling off. Also, what I found is you don't want it to be too tight because of the irregularity of the beads. They shouldn't be able to move just a little bit, which is what you might not typically want in maybe round beads or other beads that you use on memory wire. But with the gemstones, I found that it works better if you just lift just a tad, not a lot. Like if you can see here, let me find a space. And also, because of the irregularity of the beads, spaces will be left, so you do have to make sure you shake it down. But see, like here, there's a little space, probably because of the shape, but that's fine. You want it like that because of the nature of the beads. You want to give them a little space to move so that it reduces the risk of them breaking. And so again, you might think that this is uncomfortable because of what seems rugged and irregular of the irregularity of the beads, but it's not uncomfortable. As I stated before, gemstone chips, they are irregularly shaped, but they're not typically jagged and sharp. And so just like anything else you wear, you notice it at first, and as you continue to wear it, you don't feel it. But it is not uncomfortable. I wore this the other day as part of my quality control process. I wore this set and I got a lot of compliments, and it was not uncomfortable throughout the day. And so there you have it, using those gorgeous gemstone chips and those chandelier findings as earrings here, as a necklace, as a part of a pendant for a necklace, and then here with these gorgeous memory wire gemstone glam bracelets. And continuing with my gemstone glam, I created this necklace. I started out wanting it to be a bracelet, but I ended up making it a necklace using, of course, those Beebeecraft chandelier findings, those gorgeous bicones, and in the center here I have a strand of mookaite gemstones. And so I kind of like how these topaz colors play off of the variations in the mookaite bead. I really like this. It ended up being not a choker, but I guess you can call it a collar necklace. It doesn't lay on the chest close to the neck. It kind of wraps around the neck where you can see all the beautiful strands. And so here I just used a couple of strands of those bicones, those beautiful bicones here, and in the center I just added that strand of mookaite. And so here again we have the other end with the beautiful chandelier finding, and I just added that to a lobster clasp. This necklace is 15 inches because again it's a little closer to the neck than a choker. It's more like a collar. I've added the bead embellishment, and here you can see I've added the piece of extender chain that I received from Beebeecraft. And so I really like this. It turned out really pretty. Again, the difficulty, or I'll say the challenge in using a finding like this is making sure your strands lay, because it can be easy to get them off. The distance between each link at the other end varies slightly because of how the angle of these holes, but you can work it out, and it'll turn out beautifully. And so again, in continuing with my theme of gemstone glam, we have this collar style necklace. In addition to those, of course, I made earrings. Now, they don't necessarily have to go with this because I didn't match the metal tones. Here I've used silver, here I've used copper, but I think the copper looks just as pretty with the topaz beads, and I just wanted to show how you can switch up the color of the metals and kind of change a little bit of the look of a particular bead even when you're using the same color. Here, these are those Chinese bicones that I received from Beebeecraft, and these check glass beads here are from the dollar bead box, guys. And I found a way to use those top drill holes that top drill beads that I don't really care for that much. I like them as drops. I've heard people say them before, but I say that before rather, but I guess I just never thought about them that way. I don't know why, it's crazy. But I like them here. These colors play well off of the topaz and the AB finish in these bicones. And again, I just finished it with some copper findings. And it's a cute drop earring, a cute oval teardrop earrings. I used as a stringing agent or stringing material monofilament, which has been something that I'm slowly starting to discover that I kind of like. Because of the nature of it. You don't really have to use a needle. Of course, you can use a needle if you choose, but you don't really need to use a needle with it. And I kind of like stringing with it because of its strength and it's supple. You see, like it's supple, and I'm sure thread is also supple, but you can stiffen this up by going through your beads a couple of times. And so I really like these earrings as well. And so they go nicely with our choker or our collar style necklace. And again, that kind of rounds out my gemstone glam over here in my Beebeecraft corner. Again, I used those gorgeous Tibetan style chandelier findings with those gorgeous gemstone chip beads with those pops of color. And as far as the versatility here, I've used them as chandelier earrings. I've used this chandelier finding as part of a pendant. I've used these chandelier findings as decorative elements in a collar necklace. And here we've combined the gemstones and the bicones for what I'm calling my gemstone glam look. So again, guys, these products are from Beebeecraft. Beebeecraft is an online jewelry and craft supply company. They have wonderful products. They have great customer service, and you can find almost anything that you want there. Even if you're not into making jewelry, they have products and supplies for other crafts. And so there you have it, guys. Those are my contributions for my Beebeecraft haul. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed these pieces. I hope you receive some inspiration, because that is exactly what I come to do. I come to get inspiration, and hopefully I can get some back. Again, to my new subscribers, thank you guys. My channel is slowly growing, and I certainly appreciate, again, every word of encouragement, every welcome, every smiley face, everybody who gave me a 5 emoji in my $B box, give me 5 series, all of the people who keep coming back and keep encouraging me. So I do appreciate it so much. So as always, thank you guys. Thank you, and thank you again. You all have a